well with my soul. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here with me as always. I'm so thankful that we get to be on this journey together. I know that you have decided to build the life you've chosen, not through hard work that gives you calluses and, I was raised with, in fact, I remember a few years ago, I shook hands with a man. This is 25 years ago, and this is how much it stuck out to me. I shook hands with a man, and he said to me, "Man, your hands feel like a woman's hands. They're softer than my wife's hands. I don't guess you ever work." That stuck with me because I remember being raised with this mentality, work harder, and you'll have more. And yet the people I was around had very little and worked very hard. In fact, I grew up in poverty. I didn't know it, not really, except for when it came time to brag about what had been gotten for Christmas. I know that what we experienced for Christmas was far different than what other kids experienced for Christmas. I didn't realize that we lived in poverty. And yet, that was drummed into me. Work harder and you'll have more. Later in life, I heard the term work smarter, not harder. Some people think that that our world is in worse shape. I hear people say, this generation of kids don't want to do anything. And it's a comparison often to the way it's been done. And so because there's a stepping away from it toward technology, toward convenience, people think because it's convenient that it's evil. What an odd way to think. Work, hoping that you create what is referred to as a nest egg so that you don't run into any kind of financial difficulties when you're old. And some too old to enjoy it. Have we built a society that really does think that you live to work and you work to live so that you can create just barely enough to keep your nose above the water? I don't believe that that's any more admirable or noble than creating a life of ease or even a life of luxury through the way you think, through thinking outside of the box. I mentioned yesterday evening about Steve Jobs and how Apple was a development. He worked hard, but he worked hard from a mind standpoint and really worked hard because he was pushing against a system who said you can't do that. And yet, the way I'm coming to you now is through iOS processing that makes it possible for me to be with you in this meditation, because our platform is an iOS platform. Apple processing. Facebook, like it or don't like it, Zuckerberg had an idea. And yes, I'm sure that he's worked hard in the sense of long hours at some point, but he's a multi-billionaire. But he thought outside of the box. Now, success is not measured by how much money you have. But my point is that I don't know that they worked harder as much as they really just worked at what they were passionate about. Same thing again with anything that we have. Everything you see in this material world started with a thought. And that includes the amazing animals that just blow you away when you look at them. Those were also a thought in the mind of the creative source and force. You are also created that way. Whatever's in your mind, what you have dreamed about, what you have believed for, it is possible, or you wouldn't have dreamed it or believed for it. Now the key, as the Creator did, is to say, see, survey. If it needs to change, shift. You have that power within you to do that. To visualize, to actualize, to realize it, bring it into reality, and to materialize it. Be mindful that you don't cut yourself short because you think, oh, it's just a dream. I remember being told when I was a kid, that's just a pipe dream. Do you know that terminology? It's just a pipe dream. Let that stuff go. People in your life who were unwilling and or unable to dream beyond what they had told you not to dream. Look at their life, and then you decide if what they shared with you was wisdom, or if what they shared with you was limited thinking. Much of what was shared with me growing up was simply limited thinking. So during this meditation, we are down to the wire. Tomorrow is the last day in this series, and then we'll go back to our 3 days a week. But I encourage you to not do 3 days a week. Do 7. This is a habit for me. I've created an addiction. An addiction to being still, settling, being quiet, and allowing the pure presence to start my days and to carry me throughout. You're beautiful. You're worthy. You're deserving. You are so valuable. You are gifted. You are talented. You are strong. You are powerful. You are courageous. You are confident. You are abundance. You are prosperity. You are fulfillment and completion. You are joyous living. That is the essence of who you are. You are God in the flesh. I am God in the flesh. I am the resurrection and the life. I am creating all things new. I am that source and force of creative power. Okay, let's go here now. You Christ in nature, you. Let's be here and be present with each other. Let's practice this again. So yummy. All right. Okay. I'll invite you to sit up straight or lie down straight, whatever your posture may be. Although you will find that the exercise of pulling the navel toward the spine and the solar plexus is easier when you're seated than lying down. However, it's possible both ways. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your neck muscles, face muscles, and head to relax. Feel the sensation of relaxation all over your body. Before we get started with the breathing practice, I'm going to ask that we bring our attention specifically to each power station throughout the chakra. And that we bring gratitude to each space. begin at the root, which is at the base of the spine. Bring your attention there for a moment. I say to the root chakra, I acknowledge you, and I am grateful for you. Visualize in this moment the root chakra. At the base of the spine is holding so much creative energy. My focus there, my energy flows there. And I say to the root, thank you. I appreciate you. I send you love. Now bring your focus to the sacral. The sacral is at the part of the spine nearest to the pelvis. This is often understood as sexual energy. Which really is just creative force, creativity, the power of life. I send my energy there now, my focus, and I say thank you. I am grateful. I appreciate you. I speak health to you. I send you love. Now bring your focus and attention to the solar plexus area. Yes, it is closest to the abdomen. Another power station in the journey along the chakra. I say to the solar plexus area, it's core strength. Thank you. I appreciate you. I am grateful for you. I send you love. And now bring your attention up to the heart chakra. Vibrant life, vibration, frequency, sound. I say to the heart chakra space, I am thankful for you. I am grateful. I appreciate you. And I send you love. And I take just a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the physical heart that beats constantly. Every day since before I dawned, this existence of humanity, even in the womb, while creation was happening, the heart was beating. And when I took birth, this heart has beaten for me since. The beating is constant, keeping me alive and well. I say thank you. I appreciate you. I send you gratitude. Now I bring my focus to the throat chakra. The space that gives me voice, gives me strong voice in the world. I say thank you. I am grateful. I send you love and light, health and strength. Om. Thank you. And now I bring my attention to the third eye. The third eye is approximately in the forehead area, just slightly above the naked eyes. This is insight rather than eyesight. I can see clearly now. With this insight, I say to the third eye, thank you. I am grateful for you. I appreciate you. I send you love, clarity, strength. And now I bring my attention to the crown. To the crown of the head, the top of the head, and I say, thank you. I am grateful for you. I appreciate you. This area gives me full, uninterrupted connection to the quantum field of possibilities. Connection to pure consciousness. For that I say thank you. Thank you. So now, once again, sit up straight if you would. We're going to begin our breathing practice together. Now that we've acknowledged all of the power stations of the chakra, we're more familiar than ever with them. As you breathe into them, you're giving them extra energy, extra life force. Causing your light to shine even more than ever. Creative source and force. Today is a day that we will all be born again. Today is a day that the powerful light will shine in, and for some in this group, today is the day that for the very first time you will feel in your body the shift. Allow space for that. Simply believe it. Any feeling of doubt or limited thinking, let it go. You can pick it up later if you like, although I don't think you'll need it again. But if you want it, you can pick it up later, set it aside for these few moments. You are about to step into your best and blessed life today. In fact, declare that. Affirmative. Today, I am born again. Can you repeat that? Today, I am born again. Let's prepare for our first breath together. Begin breathing into the root, following the breath to the sacral, into the solar plexus, flexing the navel toward the spine, pushing that cerebral fluid up, and following the breath to the heart, up to the throat chakra, into the third eye, all the way to the crown of the head. relaxing and pumping slightly with the navel, the solar plexus muscle. Now exhale. Energy flowing. Awareness flowing, going, Om. Preparing for a second breath together now. Begin breathing into the root. Follow the breath to the sacral, into the solar plexus, flexing the navel toward the spine. Following the breath to the heart space, up to the throat chakra, into the third eye, watching the brightness of the sky open up to the third eye, into the crown of the head, connecting to the quantum field of possibility and the expanse of consciousness. And now exhale. So good, so good. Energy flowing and going, energy flowing and going. Powerful. Om. Preparing for our next breath together. Begin breathing into the root. Follow to the sacral, into the solar plexus. Flex that navel toward the spine. Pump just a little bit. Following the breath to the heart space. Now into the throat chakra, up to the third eye, to the crown of the head. Feel that vibration force and source as it connects to consciousness, into the quantum field of possibility where there's nothing impossible. Connected now, keeping the attention and the focus there, and exhaling. If your body feels strange, or you feel slightly lightheaded, or you're seeing colors, all of that is okay. The brain is receiving more oxygen than it's used to getting. The creative juices are flowing, the energy is flowing. Receive extra breath and exhale if you need to. This energy is flowing now. Let's do another breath together. Begin breathing into the root. Follow to the sacral, up to the solar plexus, into the heart space, up to the throat chakra, all the way to the third eye. Then focusing the attention, following the breath to the crown of the head. Yeah, there it is. Wide open, uploading and downloading energy, creative source and force, flowing through to and as you exhale. Feeling this connection with eternity. Now allow yourself to feel within your body the power and the sensation of the wishes fulfilled. I am everything I will ever need. Everything I've ever needed or wanted already is. I hold it. It is mine. I am thankful for it. I am abundance. I am prosperity. I am health, wealth, wisdom, generosity. I am compassion. I am loving awareness. I am a gift to the world. I am worthy of all good things. I deserve all good things. I attract all good things. Everything that's necessary to fulfill my Dharma already is. I hold it. Sit with this feeling of a wish fulfilled. I am in need of nothing. Everything I've ever needed is supplied already. I let go of all conditioning that is not associated with this complete feeling, this feeling of the wish fulfilled. I know in reality there's nothing missing and there's nothing broken. The eternal self cannot be broken, cannot be injured, cannot be impoverished. The eternal self doesn't need these elements. This is the I am that I am. And as I rest in this I amness, through this power, I materialize everything I need and want, everything that's necessary for a complete and fulfilled life. I hear in my mind the Master Jesus saying, I come to give you life, and life more abundant. And I whisper in your ear now, I give you the keys to the kingdom. Whatever you bind up on this earth is bound in the heavenly sphere. Whatever you loose is also loosened in the heavenly sphere, or the eternal spacious consciousness. I give you these keys. Verily I say to you, all things are possible to the one who chooses to know it. And I know it. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the Word become flesh, dwelling among us. In the beginning was the Word. I was there with it, the logic. And now I make flesh, that Logos, pure presence, Christed nature, Buddhic nature. I am that I am. And realizing that these are only words and titles that we use as a society to communicate what is beyond communication, and yet we are eternally connected to. I'll ask you to repeat this refrain, this affirmation after me as we begin to bring this meditation to a conclusion. Repeat these words, if you will. I am abundant life. I am abundant life. I am abundant life. Receive a deep breath in through the nose about 3 to 4 seconds. Hold for about 3 to 4 seconds and then simply let it go. Begin. so it is. Namaste, namaskar, Amidafo, peace and grace, love and mercy, Om, compassion, generosity, peace, loving awareness, abundance, prosperity, generosity, courage and confidence, strength, humility, kindness. And so it is, and so it is. So good, so good, yeah. And just before anyone gets confused and thinks that this meditation is about stuff and getting rich and driving big cars and living in big houses and all of that, although all of that's nice and fine, that is not what this is about. As I mentioned at the beginning of this series, abundance, prosperity, fulfilled life, it doesn't hinge on the stuff we have. Prosperity and abundance, fulfilled life, is being able to live fully what you're passionate about, to live life on your terms, to be able to do and be who you are, and whatever's required to make that journey possible, that's abundance. I mentioned that for some, an abundant and prosperous life is a mini house in the middle of 25 acres in the mountains. And just living off the grid. For some people, it's a big house for their big family and a big SUV and not having to worry about finances and not stressing about how to pay for it. For others, there's someone who is a part of this group who wants to create a business that serves a particular group of people, and it's having everything you need to do that. There's so many different ways to measure abundance, and we only measure because that's the world we've learned to live in. You know, it's all relative though. The thing is, a foot of measurement, that measurement is not real. That measurement is just a concept that someone came up with. Somebody said, this is a foot, and they measured it by someone's foot. The person had authority, but everyone's foot is a different size. You see what I mean? That's all just things that were customized and then became customs. You can customize your life. Now that's not to say to be a complete rebel. I mean, some of the things we use to communicate, we call water so that people can understand what we mean, but the water is not actually water in the sense of the definition of water, even with them calling it H2O. H2 and the O were all concepts of human beings to figure out how to communicate it. It is what it is, and it doesn't care whether you call it H2O or water, if that makes any sense. What I mean is, let's don't get caught up in the trappings of having to do things the way we were taught to do them. Let's be inventive. Let's be creative. You have the power within you to do that. Okay, enough preaching for today. I love you all. I look forward to seeing you again in the morning. I am born again today. Behold, all things new. Go and make it a great day because you can. Peace.